Good morning, I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 9:30 a.m., on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And the Supreme Power Homes, call them at 800-493-9002. Now for the news in details. Opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Marie Sky, believes Jamaica may have to go into a national lockdown if it is determined that the new variant of COVID-19 is already in the country. Accordingly, he has recommended the testing of all persons who arrived recently from the United Kingdom to determine whether they might have brought this faster spreading version of the virus into Jamaica. The government has announced that Jamaica's borders are being closed to flights from the United Kingdom for 2 weeks in light of the threat of the spread of the new strain. Dr. Guy, who spoke Monday on a current affairs program, said while the government has announced testing and quarantining of persons who arrived on Monday, there should be more extensive testing. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has announced that 302 passengers who arrived on a flight from the United Kingdom on Monday will be kept in state quarantine for a minimum of 48 hours. Those travelers who test negative for COVID-19 will be released to complete their mandatory 14-day quarantine, while those who are positive will be isolated until they have recovered. The Jamaican government has received a donation of 650 kilometers of fiber optic cable from local cable television providers and the island's two major toll road operators to help improve the nation's broadband connectivity. The cable television operators include the island's two largest cable providers and 34 smaller rural cable providers. Operations Manager Traffic Management Unit at the National Works Agency, NWA, Michael Saunderson, noted that work and testing have started using the cables. He explained that the National Fiber Optic Communication Backbone is part of the government's response to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic and will be used to connect crucial government institutions, including hospitals, schools, ports, airports, and health centers. He noted that the National Fiber Optic Communication Backbone will also support the rolling out of public hotspots in rural areas. Meanwhile, Jamaica's Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries says farmers placed on lands by the All-Island Jamaica Cane Farmers Association, AIJCFA, will be allowed to remain on the lands to continue their farming activities free of interference. According to a statement from the ministry, the agreement follows statements involving Everglades Farms Limited, SCJ Holdings Limited, AIJCFA, and the small farmers placed on the relevant lands by the AIJCFA as their respective rights to use and occupy lands part of Long Pond Trelawney. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green met with the main stakeholders who have agreed on a framework as to the resolution of the several issues surrounding the Long Pond lands. The ministry said it now holds the relevant stakeholders to the agreement that has been brokered and charges all the parties involved to act in good faith in their pursuit of same. In sports this morning, there is now a call for a special general meeting for the Jamaica Table Tennis Association, JTTA, after plans to resolve the dispute between incumbent Godfrey Lothian and presidential challenger Andrew Liu hit yet another snag. The aim of the special general meeting is to move a vote of no confidence against Lothian, as well as to ratify the affiliates list of the JTTA and to set a date for the next annual general meeting to elect a new managing council. According to the constitution of the JTTA, a special general meeting of the association may be convened by the managing council whenever it thinks fit, or shall be convened by the general secretary within 21 days after the receipt by him of a requisition in writing to that effect by at least 10 of the affiliates. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 9:30 a.m., on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And the Supreme Power Homes, call them at 800-493-9002. On behalf of the news and the production team, I am Tracy Spence. Do have a good morning.